Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do a quick tutorial of part 1 of speedrunning on European Extreme Metal Gear Solid
After
3.
the end of World War II, the world was split into two,
I'm gonna do it on New Game Plus
East and
because I can
West.
have the stealth camo and
This
show
marked the beginning
some
of the
stuff
era
with it
called the Cold War.
so it doesn't interrupt the gameplay. So here we're gonna skip a bunch of cutscenes, so I'm just mashing A non-stop. Because I'm doing it on the Xbox Series X. And then we're gonna get a call. We're gonna do Y to skip it all, or triangle if it's PlayStation. So here in the beginning, there's like basically two routes to the first room. There's one going up there, and you can also go under the branch, and they're like similar time. And a lot of times, you'll see speedrunners do this camera, the third-person view, or like the zoomed-out camera. And I like using the zoomed-out cam a lot better because if you think about it, your movements and your camera angle will always be the same. So it's better for muscle memory because the camera angle never changes. Whereas you do this, you're constantly doing adjustments, and it's going to be a little bit different each time depending on how much you move your controller. So if you're ever wondering which camera to use, it's really more of a preference thing right here. But I like to use a zoomed out camera off the start. And I'm holding A to get up as quick as possible, and then I'm mashing Y nonstop to approach the tree and climb it as quick as possible. When you grab the backpack, you actually don't have to be right on it. You can just take like half a step towards it, and if you're close to it, you can grab it. You gotta be like within a foot from it. Then Snake is gonna get a really long phone call, so I'm just holding Y to skip all of it. And after this phone call, it's pretty important. There's gonna be a cutscene of him getting up really slow, getting his gun out. We're just gonna mash A, just skip it. Now next, there's like a little hill right here, and we just roll over it. So that way Snake doesn't have to walk up really slow. That's basically the first room. There's no wrong way to do it. Then we're gonna run through here. And there's gonna be like a little hill coming up right here. So this little hill, we wanna roll up at once, so you can clear it quicker. Now we got some Indian gators in here on top of a mountain. Suspicious. So if you walk through the middle of the gator, like the middle of their body, they're not gonna bite you. Now to clear this little pond right here, you wanna like take like one step into the quicksand and then roll. So I'm gonna do and roll. Like that. And then walk through the middle of them. And then roll again. And then this hill here, you roll once, walk a little bit, roll again. You can also go through the mouth of the gator on the very edge of the mouth, and it's not going to bite you either. However you want to do it. Here we're going to get a cutscene that we skip in the third room, and then we're going to do a phone call that we skip. Now this part, we need to get a quick headshot. And what we're going to do is run... I like to run to this black patch right here from the hill. I run to it, and then I hold square, and then R1, and then I stand on my tiptoes, L2, R2, or LT, RT on Xbox controller, and then you get to do a quick headshot. So basically the way it looks is that when I start it, I'm going over here, I'm holding X, or square if you're on PlayStation, and then I'm basically clicking like these three buttons. So tiptoes, LT, RT, and then R1 to first person view, and it's going to be a really quick headshot. So let me show you how this room works from the start. It's important to hold X or the aim so Snake can actually get an aim for a little bit. You gotta hold for at least like a second. And then you'll be able to headshot him right away. And it's something that you can just practice. And then it'll happen every time. This guy, we're gonna trank roll him. So basically I'm gonna shoot him. And if Snake rolls into him right after, any basically damage he takes right after will knock him out. So you wanna tranquilize him as you run, and then just roll. Shoot and roll. So you gotta be pretty close before you shoot. And then this little hill, I like to roll over it so that we can get over faster. Now this guy right here, when you normally do the room, you can actually trank roll him if you want, or you can just walk through him and then roll right away. It's like one of the only guards in the game where you can do it. So I'm gonna show you how this works again. So I run down here, I start into aim. I step on this black patch. LTRT plus the RB. So it's basically R1, L2, R2 if it's PlayStation. Frank roll this guy. Roll over this hill. And then just run through that guard. Make a perfect line towards him. Perfect line. Run through him and roll right away. One more roll. We're in a cutscene. So this little cutscene, we skip it. And then you want to jump off the ledge towards the bottom. We're going to trank roll this guy as well. And I like to run to the right a little bit. So that way when I trank roll him, I'm under bridge already. Pretty simple. And here we're going to do that same tactic where as I run up, I'm going to actually hold square. And then I'm going to do the same headshot thing. So I'm going to do both triggers on the controller, plus RB. Or if it's PlayStation, L2, R2, plus R1. Just stand up on my tiptoes. And typically I aim to get those guys. Because a lot of times when you try to do a quick headshot here, if you're not standing in a perfect spot on the bridge, it might not work. And I don't want to stand in a perfect spot each time. So I just aim and shoot them on my tiptoes. Frank roll this guy. I'll start aiming right here with a holding X. And then I'll stand up and I'll aim at the head of the first one and the second one. Now this part is really simple. What you want to do is start aiming. So I'm holding X as I'm running up, shoot, and roll forward. It's really important that you roll forward, not to the side. And then this guy has like a huge hitbox of this tree. And he cannot see you. So you gotta be like, not scared. So I'm gonna show you one more time how it's done, all at once. The thing with virtual mission is that if you start to speedrun this game, you're doing this mission non-stop all the time because you're constantly resetting if the game is not perfect. You're gonna get so much practice with this, you can like do it with your eyes closed. So I'm gonna start to aim right here. Tiptoes are one. Shoot this guy in the head. Shoot that guy in the head. Now, as I run up to their bodies, when the ground turns flat, I'll shoot straight and I'll roll straight. And that's it.
Come in, HQ.
This guy throws a caution, which is not an alert, so you're fine. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Like, as soon as I'm past this tree, I roll into the cutscene. There's gonna be a cutscene and a phone call that we skip. So as soon as this room loads, we wanna go ahead and aim. So first you hold X or square if you're on PlayStation. So you hold it for like a second, and then you do tiptoes and R1 all at the same time. So tiptoes, both triggers, R1, and you shoot him in the head. You can't do this too slow. If you do it too slow, that guard starts moving around and he can see you. And the next thing we want to do is roll up this hill. So as soon as this room starts, we have to like head shoot him fast. You have maybe like 2 seconds to do it. No more than that to make the room work. So again, I'm going to go ahead and shoot him. Just like that other room where we shot the guy. This little hill, you want to roll up it once. And then the second, travel a little bit and roll up it again. So that way you're kind of past both trees. So let's do it this way. Let me do... Since this is a new game plus, we have the stealth camouflage unlocked already. Stealth camo does not come with this game, by the way. You have to beat the game with a foxhound rank, or if you collect all the frogs and you get it. So I have a save file, which is why I have it. You're not going to have it, so don't expect it. This is only for purposes of showing how it works. And you don't want to play with stealth camo because you lose foxhound rank anyway. So this hill, there's a few ways to do it. What we want to do is roll up this hill, and we want to have Snake auto-aim with X, if you're on Xbox, or square if you're on PlayStation. We want to auto-aim at the guard on top. You never have to look at him, ever. We want to just auto-aim at him. So the easiest way to get in an area where he'll auto-aim him instantly is to do 2 rolls. I'm going to do the first roll up the hill, take a few steps, roll again past the next tree. So headshot this guy. I'm going to roll right about here, travel a little bit, roll again, and he's facing him. So all I got to do is shoot once, shoot twice, and that's it. Roll up this little hill right here, and you're safe to run this way. Now for this part, I thought I had it equipped, but we reset the room. So when you run up to this next guard, I'm going to use stealth so that nobody busts me here. You want to stick close to this edge right here to get a proper roll on him. Because once we roll on him, we're going to take him out and knock him down. so that we can go into that doorway right there. So it's all gonna happen at once. So we're gonna be going like this, and then roll this way. He's gonna hear me, but it doesn't see anything. Okay, so I'm gonna redo the room, show you one more time. And we're completely ignoring the guy on the left, the guard on the left side over there. We're gonna need to check him out. So headshot this guy, start running, roll right about here, travel, roll, aim, shoot, shoot, and you can actually keep walking straight a little bit towards the hill while you're shooting. Stick to this side the moment you pass the walls and you want to roll into them. So it's kind of like a judgment thing. You have to kind of judge, if I roll at this angle, I'll hit him for sure. You just want to make sure you hit him for sure. And with practice, it's going to be second nature. It's going to be so easy. Roll one more time up this hill. And you don't have to wait for that guy to fall asleep. You can just keep running. And roll into him. Now he's knocked down. So the moment he's knocked down, you have to be quick to run through this door. Because he gets up right away and he looks this way, like he did right now. So the moment you knock him down, make sure you're constantly looking at this direction. And the moment you're past this door, you're safe. And then the cutscene starts right there. So one last time, we're gonna do this room. So I'm gonna show you how it looks like from start to finish now. So I'm aiming first, I'm holding X, and then tiptoes, FPS view, shoot him. Roll, travel a little bit, roll, aim up, roll, and then run into this guard right here. And roll. Knock him down, start running towards the door, roll again, and you're in a cutscene. So this room is actually harder than it looks when you start, but then once you keep doing it and doing it, it becomes so easy. And you can pretty much do it with your eyes closed. So we're going to do a cutscene, a phone call, a cutscene, a phone call, and then another cutscene. You'll get used to skipping them. And then once you spawn, basically, and you start playing, there's going to be guards in front of you. And if you walk past them, Snake does this little trippy thing. So he has to like walk carefully around them. So it does this slow. So the moment you start playing here, do one roll over them. And then I like to use this zoomed out camera. I point my camera button, my right analog down so I can see better. And I'm going to run towards the bridge. In a bridge, we're going to have like 5 cutscenes, so I'm constantly mashing A to skip all of them. So I'm constantly mashing A, skip all of them. We're going to get a phone call now. Hold Y or triangle on PlayStation, skip all of that shit. So this part, Hideous Kojima, thanks for following, man. So this part, we're going to heal. So we're going to go to the menu, cure. So on EU Extreme, I heard that there's like a lot more injuries that he has. I'm going to cure all of them, right? So he's going to have 4 similar injuries and 2 like broken bones. So we want to do the 4 similar injuries all at once, so that way it's quicker. And you always start with structure kit, bandage. You always skip the middle one, which is called splint. And you go septic, disinfect. Then you do a disinfect, styptic thing, skip splint again, bandage, structure. So you're doing it backwards, and then you're doing it again, forward, skip the middle one, again. Now it switches to the broken bone, and you need to fix the same injury that it has. So you take care of all the same injuries at once. And I'm going to press just D-pad up. So I'm going to just press up to go to that injury after 3 heals. And I'm doing the same exact thing, skip the middle one, heal that one. Now these last 2 injuries are broken bones, so we just need a splint and band-aid. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Then you skip all this crap. There's going to be a save boss. You never want to hit save yes, because then you have to go to that load screen, save game, and then that kills 10 seconds. So you always want to make sure you hit no here. Skip all this. This is going to be very different from VE, because this is EU Extreme. Once you skip all the cutscenes, you're going to get a phone call before the mission starts. Skip it by holding Y, and now we spawn at night. So this first room at night, we have a log. So you can actually go around the log, which is simple, or you can roll over it. And when you roll over this log, you want to aim for this little shadow. There's like a little shadow in the middle of the log going from top to bottom right here, like a line. And that's what I'm aiming for. It's a visual cue. So the moment I approached it, like right here, I imagine if I wanted to jump this in real life, how close do I gotta be to this log? Maybe like right there. And that's when I press A to jump it. So if I approach it like this, press A, you can actually clear this log. You're gonna fail a lot when you first start on this one, but eventually you'll be getting it every single time. The injuries heal the same one very easy, I think, but you have less of them. So this next one, you just want to roll off the edge of the hill. There's going to be some little hill ground right here. I like to roll over it. And there's going to be another little hill. I like to roll over this one. And then roll into the cutscene with the boss. There's going to be one cutscene, one phone call that we skip. And now, at the very beginning of Metal Gear 3, while you're all excited to speedrun it, Metal Gear Solid 3 is going to throw one of the hardest rooms in the game at you, which is this one here at night. This room's a bitch when you first. There's no easy way to put it, and speedrunners fail it all the time to this day. There's essentially 2 guards coming this way. I'm just using stealth for demonstration purposes. You're not going to have stealth, so I'm going to show you how to get past them. And you don't have any weapons. You only have a stun grenade, which we're not going to use, because if you use a stun, it's going to throw a caution, which makes the game hard going forward. It makes the next room hard. It makes you waste a lot of time. So we're going to clear these 2 guards. The way we do it is we're going to do 2 very precise rolls. So first, off the cutscene, you start running right away. You're going to roll right next to this tree, a little bit to the right, walk perfectly around this one, do another roll before that perky little bush at the end. You're going to equip stun grenades during the roll. And the reason you want to equip stun grenades is because there's another guard to the right. And in this specific area, if you pull the pin on your stun grenade and hold square on PlayStation or X on Xbox while you run with that stun grenade, it's going to silence your footsteps. It's one of the only spots in the game where it does it. And it's going to allow us to get past the guard without him hearing us. Just like that. And then you want to hug this tree and hug this side of the mountain to get past them. That's the whole room. So the key to speedrunning, the secret that I found out when I started this game, is having visual cues. So a visual cue is like, what specific part on the ground or what specific part that I get to should I initiate an action so that I can get past it like more easily for me? And so I have a few visual cues that I use. I'm going to show you what they are. So let me equip the stealth camo so I can show you. Actually, the easiest thing to do, because the guards are going to caution right now, we want to take him out. Take him out. Take him out. So you can see where I am. So the moment this room starts, Snake is like sitting down, right? So I start running immediately. So I start going forward. Now, with this tree right here, there's like a little light patch of, it's like a little light patch of ground right here. See how it's like black on his right foot to the right and then black towards his left foot? And it's kind of like white in the middle. It's kind of like a line leading up to the tree. That's when I like to do the first roll, and I want to do it either in this direction or a little bit to the right to make it perfect. Look at a concerned citizen. So essentially, here's what I do. I start the room, I'm sitting down, I start running, so I'm just holding forward, and I roll right here this way. You can either do that, or for some reason the room looks works for me a little bit more consistently if I roll a little bit to the right, so like 1 o'clock. But I always hit A on this little light patch right here. That's my visual cue. Okay, so I'm always gonna roll like this, preferably. Now this tree right here, the trees in Metal Gear 3 have huge hitboxes. As you run around them, you can kind of see Snake hitting something in the air right here, even though the tree's to my right. That's the hitbox of the tree. And it can glitch you out, like you might lean against it. Just 2 snakes sorting things out, relax. So the moment I roll this way, I want to run around this tree as close to the hitbox as possible. So I'm basically running like this. I'm basically hugging the hitbox of the tree. And it takes practice. Okay, we make it look easy. It's not. It just takes practice when you run around it. But you want to hug this tree's hitbox, because if you don't, if you run out like this, the guards are going to see you, and you're just busted. I forgot I have stealth camo, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and do this again. So look, I'm running. I'm going to go ahead and hit roll right here to the side, and I'm hugging this tree, and then I'm doing one more roll. Okay. So let's equip this stealth camo one more time. You're not going to have a stealth camo. I'm just, again, using it for demonstration purposes. This room is a pain, and I wish somebody explained it to me in a very, very detailed way, because it's really hard. So again, I'm rolling right here to like 1 o'clock this way. I'm hugging this tree. Now there's one more bush right here at the very ledge, and it almost looks like a cactus when you're running fast. I don't know why I thought it was a cactus for the longest time, but it's this right bush right here. And I always want to make snake roll before I hit that bush. This guard kind of saw me from far away. On the EU Extreme, they have really good vision, so I have to take them out here. So basically, I'm going to hug this tree, roll right before I hit this bush. And it's really important when you roll, you want to roll to the right. You want to roll as close to this mountain as possible. If you're a little bit out, it's a fail. So as I'm coming around, I hit roll. My controller analog stick is to the right, so I'm rolling this way. And then I hit menu to equip my stun. Once you equip the stun, it's pretty simple. You just keep running and you take the pin out and run past this guard. The moment you pass this guard, he's not going to hear you because your footsteps are silent. You want to hug this tree and hug this mountain and then unequip the stun. It's really important you don't throw the stun because you'll fail the room. You'll fail the next room if you throw it. So just hit R2 or right trigger on Xbox to unequip it. And basically practice this for like an hour. And then you'll get it. So this is what the room looks like. I'm running. Roll. Hug the tree. Roll. Stun grenade. Pull the pin. Run past this guard. Hug the tree. Hug the mountain. Unequip the stun. And you're good. Simple. Now here, the ground is going to change. So it's going to go from light to dark, which means Snake is going to be going up the mountain, and it does it slow. So what we do here is we roll 3 times up this mountain. The moment we see it turn to the dark area, roll once. And it's really important when you do subsequent rolls, you have to make sure Snake takes like a step or 2 before you do the next roll. Because if you don't, if you roll and you keep hitting roll, he's going to lay down, and that can lose rooms. So basically you roll, take a step, roll, take a step, roll one more time into the load screen. For the next room to work, we gotta make sure we don't have a caution. If you have a caution, it's not gonna work. So let me equip the stealth camo. Hopefully I have enough time. I'm gonna hit the light patch again. Roll 1 o'clock or a little bit more, that's fine. Hug this tree, roll before that bush. See, that's how precise it is. What I did there is I rolled a little... I think it's because I equipped the stealth camo and just killed a slight moment. This room is so precise. So I'm gonna equip it later. Roll. Hug the hitbox of the tree. Roll. Equip the stun. Yeah. Like I said, this room is not easy. I think I rolled a little too soon there. And you gotta do it right before the bush. Yeah, let's try it again. That should work. Pull the pin, run close to this guard. He's never gonna hear you if you have the pin pulled. Unequip it here. So even though I've done this from hundreds of times, like I still fail it once in a while. So don't feel bad if it's really hard, because it is. Roll 3 times up this hill into this room. This room is my most hated room in the world. Delete this shit, please, Metal Gear. This kills so many runs. But it's simple and easy, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna get past these 2 guards right here. There's 1 guard and 2 guard. This guy turns around pretty quick, as you saw, and he's gonna see and bust us. That guy turns around pretty quick, and he's gonna bust us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the edge of this hill right here. But before we do that, it's really important that you hug this mountain as you run across. So you wanna hug this mountain right here with Snake as close as possible. So you're constantly running away from this ledge right here. Because if you're on this ledge, they're gonna see you and spot you. So just run to the ledge right here. And then you're gonna create your own visual cue for when you gotta jump. But you gotta jump from the very, very ledge of this little mountain. And it's gonna take some practice. And I like to jump from, I would say, there's like a light zone right here, like a little light patch. And I like to jump from the dark zone to the left of it, from the very, very ledge. And when I jump, I'm kind of aiming for this tree. So when I land, I want to be landing exactly where that guy is right now. Just a little bit to his right. That way my next roll that I'm going to do is towards the bridge. Does that make sense? Let me show you what it looks like. This room is extremely precise. Sometimes you will be like, I did everything you told me and I failed. And you'll get it eventually. Because it all depends on from when you jump. It's like such little room for error. I'm hugging the mountain. I'm jumping from the very ledge. And I'm jumping 1 more towards the bridge. Now, when you jump towards the bridge, you don't want to run right away. Because Snake's animation needs to make sure he stands up straight. If you start running right away, you're going to get spotted. Because it's going to make too much noise. So once you finish this roll right here, wait for Snake to stand up perfectly. And then just run around. And keep going. Okay? They're like, who's over here? What's going on? What's going on? Stealth cam was so amazing. It literally makes the game too easy though. So here's what the room looks like, okay? So I'm starting the room. I'm hugging this tree. My visual cue is a little patch right there. I jump. And then once I jump, I wait for Snake to stand up. I'm going to move my analog just a slight bit for like half a step. The moment it takes half a step, I roll. And I'm just aiming for the bridge. The moment I do the second roll, I'm waiting for Snake to stand up perfectly straight. And then just run to the bridge. And then when you're running on the bridge, obviously stick towards the middle of the bridge. And make micro adjustments for this line. So you can just run across it without falling off. Let's do it 1 more time. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm hugging this side right here. Roll right here. And roll there. Wait for him to stand up. And go around. You can also like roll from the mountain a little bit sooner, a little bit later. Some of them will fail for you, some will work better. Find a perfect spot from where you're going to do the roll. And then that way it works as often as possible. And then here we don't do anything, we just run. There's no more guards in the next zone, which is nice. So we're gonna do the best part right now, which is ocelot unit. There's like a little mountain right here, so I go left of it. I'm gonna roll once against this hill. Now we gotta also pick up the box. The box is the most important thing. So before every single ocelot unit, you're gonna go here and pick up the box. Now this climb right here is actually really hard to nail down perfectly each time. The secret to doing it is you just press triangle on PlayStation when you stand in front of it without using any analog sticks. Or if you're on Xbox, you're pressing Y when you're facing it. So the moment you're standing like this, perfectly straight in front of it, I'm just mashing Y, and he gets up. I mash Y again, he gets up. And then I slowly go towards the box. So basically I hold my analog stick very slowly to take a step, and then I run down, and the moment I start running down, I hit roll. Just like that. Okay, so basically, here's what it looks like. Let go of analog, and mash Y when you approach it. Mash Y. Walk a little bit, pick up the box. The moment you start going down, hit roll. Simple. Then we go here, and the cutscene is not gonna start unless you exit the room. So if I stay here, nothing's gonna happen, so I gotta exit it, and then the cutscene starts. And sometimes we'll just turn around, and then we'll roll out quicker. We're gonna have like 2 cutscenes, a phone call, then there's a save boss here, so be sure to hit no. Then there's gonna be 2 more cutscenes that we skip. And now we do the most favorite boss in the game. This is actually the hardest boss fight by many accounts besides the Fury. And we're gonna explain how to do it. So Ocelot unit is really precise. There's 10 guards that we gotta take out non-lethally, because all the strats we use is non-lethal in a speedrun. But off of the moment this fight starts, you don't have the Mark 22 equipped, the non-lethal weapon. So the first thing you're gonna do is gonna be mash and start to go to your backpack. Every single fight. You're gonna unequip the survival knife, equip Mark 22, and unequip directional mic. So we gotta equip Mark 22 because it's the weapon we need. We unequip survival knife and directional mic because we'll never use it. Then you exit it. You go to items menu to equip your box. We want to take care of as many menus at once as we can. So every single fight, every single Ocelot fight, you're always doing that. You're equipping the box, equipping Mark 22, and equipping the microphone and the knife. Now to exit the menu, you don't want to hit B multiple times because that takes forever. You just hold start. And if I hold start, it exits right away. So this is the Ocelot unit fight. And what I do in the beginning of this fight is I always move my right analog stick to the right like once. I just do 1 tap to the right like this, quickly. Not in the menu, I just do it when it's actually in the game, just like this. And all it does is it makes Snake turn right. I want to be facing the window. Then we're going to equip the Mark 22. And we're going to stand on our tiptoes, which is going to be the 2 triggers. Left trigger, right trigger on an Xbox, L2, R2 if you're on PlayStation. And we're going to go into first person view. So the first thing I do is I go to first person view and hit both triggers so I can look out the window. So I'm looking out, both triggers, and now we can see. And we're going to be aiming at this guard first to hit him. The most important thing is that you don't want to knock that guy out with your tranq round, because if you knock him out, if you hit him in the head, if you hit him perfectly in the heart, and he passes out, this whole room and this whole fight is a fail. 1 shot will end your speedrun. So you want to shoot him anywhere except for the head or the heart so it doesn't pass out. So here's what this looks like. And again, you gotta make sure you stand on your tiptoes so that way you can see him. So I'm hitting start, I'm mashing start. Go to backpack, unequip, equip, unequip. Go to your items, equip the box. Press right once on an analog stick, so just move it once to the right. Then I equip Mark 22, first person view, tiptoes with both triggers, aim at him and just shoot him anywhere, not the head. You can shoot him in the arm, just once. Okay, you can shoot him in the arm, his waist. Now you don't want to aim too low, because if you shoot too low, you'll hit this frame of the window, and it's mission failed. The whole room is failed. It's not gonna work anymore. So every single time, make sure you shoot him anywhere. It doesn't matter if you shoot him on the side of the arm, if you shoot him like right here on the shoulder, just anywhere except for the head or the heart or the window frame. So that way the room doesn't fail. So here's what it looks like. I'm gonna move right, menu, equip Mark 22, and just shoot him. The moment you shoot him, you want to make sure that you run around this bed or you run perfectly to the left. Because if you step on the bed, and you will fail it at some point, if you step on a bed, the guy sees you, and it's European Extreme, so it's mission failed. So never step on a bed, and what I like to do is I run around it after I shoot him. So I just go up and run around the bed and through that door. Okay, so let's do it one more time. So mesh and start. Backpack. Unequip, equip, unequip. Cardboard box, hold start. Menu instantly to equip the non-lethal weapon. Turn right, R1, tiptoes, shoot him anywhere except for the head, run around, and go through this doorway. Now here, we're running down to look at the window on the bottom of this house right now, because there's a guard all the way at the end of the map that we gotta basically shoot anywhere. You can shoot the guy that we're gonna look at out the window anywhere. The easiest way is run up here towards the boxes and then just look out the window. This room is so precise that if you don't do it all at once, it's basically a fail each time, so it's normal. So here's what it looks like. We'll do all this, exit, turn right, shoot this guy anywhere, run out, run towards these boxes, first person view, tiptoes, and shoot the guy fast. It's really important that you do it fast. You don't want to waste any time, and shoot him literally anywhere. If you're aiming at his head, perfect, knock him out. If you're aiming at his middle, perfect. If you're shooting at his arm, perfect. His hip, his leg, anywhere, just don't miss. If you miss that shot, this whole boss fight is failed, and your run is over. So the moment you run out, shoot him anywhere, literally. The most important thing is to not waste any time. You can also, when you run out of the door, you can hold the aim button, which is square on Xbox. X on Xbox and square on PlayStation. And Snake will start aiming. And the moment he acquires his aim on that guard, hit R1, so you can actually go into your tiptoes, first person view, and shoot him. So let me show you what it looks like. You can do it either way. You can do it without the aim, the auto aim, or with the assistance of auto aim. See what works for you. But eventually, using auto aim is a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna mesh X now. He's aiming, and then I'm gonna stand up on my tiptoes with both triggers and just shoot him anywhere. I got pretty lucky that I passed out. So after we do that, there's gonna be one other guard to the window to the right that we have to shoot anywhere as well. We don't have to make sure it passes out or anything. Or if you want to, you can, but don't waste time. Shoot those two guards once you run out of the door as fast as possible. Let me show you what it looks like. So we're gonna do the same thing again. Shoot this guy anywhere, but don't shoot him in the head or the middle heart. Run out, shoot this guy as fast as possible, anywhere, and run over here. And then you're gonna stand on your tiptoes, first person view, and shoot that guy anywhere. You don't have to aim, because the longer you waste time, the less time you have, and the mission's gonna fail, because more guards are approaching from your left that you don't see. So shoot the guy as fast as possible, anywhere on his body. So we're doing it again. Okay, tiptoes, shoot him anywhere except for the head or the heart. Run out, re-aim, shoot that guy anywhere. Run to this window, tiptoes again, first person view, shoot him anywhere. Okay, perfect. Now there's like 4 guards outside of this door, and we want to throw a stun, but we're too far away and they'll see us. So we have to get close to the door, which is why we're going to roll over this box that we see at the bottom of our screen, like this. And the moment we roll over it, we're going to equip our stuns. Okay, now this roll is not going to be perfect every time. Sometimes Snake is going to go a little too far south. Sometimes you're going to fly out on the doorway and you lost. So it takes practice to just roll over this box. But you got to do it immediately after you shoot the guard out the window. Okay, because then we're going to walk to this ledge right here, or to the edge of the doorway. And the stun grenade that we equipped during the roll, we're going to go ahead and go to first person view and throw it down at their feet. So obviously we wasted a lot of time there, which is going to be a mission failed. It's fine. Let's go up to that point there again. Cardboard box, hold start, turn right, menu, non-lethal, shoot this guy anywhere. Run out this door. You can pre-aim if you want. Shoot that guy, run to the window, shoot this guy, roll. This is how far we got. So I'm equipping the stun grenades as I roll. And then I'm not going to hug the wall, okay? I'm just going to stand facing the wall, and then I'm going to lean out in first person view. So I'm going to lean out like this with right trigger. And I'm going to throw the grenade to the right of them. You don't want to throw it right at the bottom. You don't want to throw it too far. You got to throw it like somewhere in the middle, like a few feet out, so that it works. So let's do it one more time. So I'm going to show you the perfect spot where you can throw that stun. Pre-aim, go to first person view, tiptoes, shoot him, same thing, shoot him anywhere, roll over, stun grenade. Now I'm going to walk a little bit because I rolled too far, and I'm going to throw a grenade like right there. And I'm going to turn away so I don't get stunned. Immediately run out of the doorway because the guard on the roof is about to come up. Now, a lot of times when you throw a stun, when you first start, your stun is gonna suck. It's not gonna be perfect. Sometimes you'll throw it like too close to yourself. Sometimes you throw it too far, and you might walk out and see that 2 guards are standing up still, or one of them is still up, but they're stunned, so they're not gonna alert you. And if you see a guard up, basically what you gotta do is equip your Mark 22 and try to shoot him in the head fast. Okay? Because not always will they all be knocked out. And you'll get used to it. There's actually, yeah, there's 4 people here. So let's reset the room. Because after you take these 4 guys out, and if it works, if everything goes smooth, there's going to be a guy on a rooftop that's going to come close. So we're always starting this room with a menu to equip everything we need. Hit right, menu, non-lethal weapon. Shoot this guy anywhere, except don't knock him out. Shoot that guy literally anywhere. Shoot this guy literally anywhere. Roll over. Equip your stuns at the same time. Look right. Throw the stun grenade like right there in the middle. They're knocked out. Run over. And stand by the edge of this door. And you'll get used to it with your movement. Just stand on the left side of this door frame. Equip your non-lethal weapon again. You're going to lean out with R2 or right trigger. And make sure you shoot the guy in the head. If you got to this point and everything is smooth so far, Ocelot unit is pretty much done. From there on, you're going to roll over this little wall. This wall right here. You're going to come up to this wall here. But don't run out into the open. You always want to run to like the edge of it. Go to first person view, lean out, and make sure that this guard is knocked out. Because if he's not knocked out, you're going to fail by shooting. Because when you run on this way to shoot at the next guy, you're going to instantly fail. So every single Ocelot unit, make it a habit. It's a lot safer. It kills like half a second. It's worth it. Roll over, run this way to the edge, lean out, and make sure this guy is sleeping. If he is, you're good to go. If he's not, shoot him one more time. Make sure he passes out. So shoot him in the head or upper chest. He usually passes out. So let's do it one more time. Let me show you what it looks like all at once. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to throw a bad stun grenade to show you what it looks like if there's a guard still standing up. So we can take him out. I hold start to exit the menus. Turn right, menu for the Mark 22. Lean out. Shoot the guy anywhere. The shoulder's fine. Just don't knock him out. Shoot this guard anywhere. Shoot this guard anywhere. Roll over. Equip your stuns. If you roll too far, take a few steps to the door. You're fine. You got time. Not a lot. Let's see if they all pass out here. So this guy is still standing, right? I want to run outside of the door so that the roof guy doesn't see me. I'm going to equip Mark 22. Shoot him in the head. Then turn this way. Now, what happened is that this guard, because it wasted so much time, he started to move this way. So you can actually save the room still if you walk a little bit to the right like this. I did it too slow. So if you walk into the door frame and you look up, you can still kind of see him and you can still shoot him if that ever happens. So there's a few ways, and you'll get used to it. You'll try your own stuff. There's a few ways so you can save this room if you're going too slow. But the key is speed. The faster you do all of this, the smoother the room will be for you each time. If you miss that guy, by the way, it's almost room failed every time. I don't know if I hit the guy or not. Throw a stun. Run out. Equip your Mark 22. Lean out. This guy shows up. Shoot him in the head. Roll over this wall. Walk to the edge of it. Lean out. The guy passed out. You're good to go. And then run left. The Ocelot unit is pretty much done at this point. So all you gotta do is go to first person, go on your tiptoes with both triggers, and then carefully and slowly aim at that guy. If you miss your shot, let go of your right trigger so Snake does this. Because the moment you miss, the guy is gonna run behind this tree. And if you let go of the right trigger, you can still see his head, and you just shoot him. Now after he passes out, you're gonna run this way. It's a glitch on Xbox when he's holding his gun like this. This makes no difference. And then there's one more guard left. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run to like this slight patch, past this wall. I'm gonna press left on my D-pad. I'm gonna hold my aim button, which is X or square on PlayStation, and I'm gonna shoot that guy once. So I'm gonna hold it for 1 second and shoot him. And if you do it fast enough, it'll be a headshot every single time. You'll never have to zoom in or aim at him. It'll be simple. What's funny about Ocelot unit is that the more you practice it, the easier and easier it gets. So again, pre-aim, go to first person, tiptoes, shoot him anywhere. Shoot this guard anywhere. Roll over, equip the stuns during your roll, don't forget. Walk over if you went too far. Throw a stun grenade, right in the middle, preferably. Run out. Be on the left side of the doorway. Equip your non-lethal weapon again. Wait for this guy to show up. Shoot him in the head. Roll over. Run to the wall. Peek out. He's asleep, you're good to go. Go this way. If you miss a shot, it's fine. He's gonna go to the right, like I said. And you can just let go of the right trigger, and Snake is gonna do this. And then shoot him in the head. Okay? Just like that. And then run this way. Press left on the D-pad, hold square or X. You shoot once, and you're gonna get a headshot every time. Right now I'm missing because I did the room too slow, so the guard was a little bit out of position. And then you just run past this barrel into the cutscene. So I'm gonna do the whole room perfectly and show you what it all looks like now. Go to the menu instantly. Don't even wait. The less time you waste, the better. Turn right. So I'm gonna press right on the analog stick again once to make Snake churn, and then I go to equip my weapon. Shoot this guy anywhere. Don't go over the bed. Shoot the guy anywhere, fast. Shoot this guy anywhere, fast. If you miss, like I did right now, it's mission failed. If you miss any of them, it's mission failed. So that's how precise this room is. And this first guard that you're going to shoot out the window, because when you first start learning this, it's not easy to aim. It's okay to take a little bit of time, but if you take too long to shoot the first guard, make sure that you shoot the next two guards as fast as possible, and you can save the room. A few feet out. That might be too close, we'll see. That's fine. Lean out. Always make sure you lean out of this. Don't walk out because he'll see you. Roll over. Let's see if this guy passed out. He did. Go this way. Tiptoes R1 or first person view. Shoot him in the head. Run down. D-pad left. Hold X or square. Shoot once. If you do it fast enough, it's going to be a headshot. I shot him twice, and I can run away. You don't want to stay there for a long time because he'll see you. So that's why I shot him twice, because it wasn't a headshot. You can hear when you hit him in the head. He just passes out right away. But because I did it a little bit slow, I shot him twice, and I can run away. He'll pass out fast. Now, one other thing I'm going to show you. A lot of people do a knock on the wall. And you'll see a lot of speedrunners knock on the wall before we throw the stun grenade. And I'll tell you why. So let's get there one more time. Shoot him anywhere, but don't make sure you don't pass him or knock him out, whatever. Shoot this guy anywhere. Anywhere. Roll. Lean out and throw the stun. Preferably somewhere there. Perfect. We're outside of the doorway. I'm gonna lean out. Head shoot this guy. Roll over. Go to the edge right here. Lean out. The guy is not asleep, so I could have gotten cut right now. I gotta make sure I shoot him now. This is why we always check to be safe. Sometimes when you shoot out this window and you can see you shot him in the head, if you want to go off of your memory, fine. I know I shot him in the head. I don't have to look out. But I advise that you make it a habit to always double check. It doesn't take any extra time almost. Go over here and then head shoot that guy. Roll down. Go this way. Left D-pad. Shoot him once. I hit him in the head. I could hear it. Oh yeah, the knock. Lol, my bad. So, let me explain the knock. So a lot of times when we shoot this guy here, right? Anywhere. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to roll, equip the stun grenades, and what a lot of people do, a lot of speedrunners, is they'll lean against this wall and knock on it. And the idea is that those guards will hear you, so they'll be stopped in one spot. The idea is that maybe the roof guard will hear you, so he'll start walking this way. That way you can aim at him. But none of that is true because you saw me not knock at all, and the room works perfectly. So we knock for good luck. Who doesn't need a little bit of luck every now and then? So let me show you what it looks like with a knock now. It doesn't really change anything that I've noticed. It doesn't really help the room in any way. So I always say that it's for good luck. Let's do it one more time, and we'll knock on a door or the wall, and nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be the exact same room. Shoot this guy anywhere, but make sure you don't knock him out. Pre-aim. Shoot anywhere. Pre-aim. Shoot anywhere. Roll. Stun grenade. Throw it like right there somewhere. Knock on a wall for good luck. Lean out. Shoot that guy. Run to this wall. Make sure the guy's asleep. Run this way. Tiptoes. FPS. Shoot the guy in the head. Go this way. D-pad left. Hold your aim for a second. Shoot once. If you didn't hit him in the head, shoot twice. You're good to go. And then run to the load zone. That is part 1 of speedrun of Metal Gear 3. So basically we're going to the first boss and killing them. You skip this cutscene and that's it. And then one day I'll teach the next part. I asked Apache why he knocks last night, and he said because I'm bored. Yeah, I do it for good luck. He does it because he's bored. Sometimes when speedrunning, we never do any movement for no purpose. Almost. If we do something that has no value, we do it because we're bored. And it doesn't hurt the room in any way. Like spin in one spot, for example. Okay.